Hi, I'm Lois Vogel Sharp, and I've been doing some quick short videos on the fruits of the Spirit, which basically are the personality of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. And there's 9 of them. I've done the first 3 of them. I did long suffering, I did love, which I didn't put out yet, and peace. Today I'm going to do faith. Let me just say about the fruits of the Spirit that they're supernatural. We have personalities in this world, and there's also the personality of the Holy Spirit. When you get baptized in the Holy Spirit, you accept Jesus as the Lord of your life, you receive the baptism of the Holy Spirit, you take on his personality. And it moves in, and what you do is you give him free reign to use you for the glory of God in this world. And he impresses his personality upon you, and the flesh personality that we have, the worldly personality that we have, is totally opposite. So everything that I'm putting out to you is the nature of God and the personality of God himself. And if we line up with scriptures and we line up with the word, we will connect with these fruits. Okay, this is the fruit of faith. Faith. We all know what faith is. Faith is believing for something that we don't yet see. It's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. That's what faith actually is. Which means that if you're believing for something and it hasn't happened yet in your life, you can have this supernatural manifestation, and you get what it's called a substance, a knowing that it's going to happen. And it only comes from God, because God brings you into that realm of the supernatural, the spiritual realm, and you get a connection between the will of God and what you've asked for, what you desire. It's like praying for somebody who's sick. There are times when you pray, and then there's times when you pray and you have faith operating, and you absolutely know that you know that you know that that prayer is going to be answered. And it's a supernatural thing that comes from God. You can't explain it. It's just there. Anybody that's had it happen in their lives knows what I'm talking about. It's just a knowing that, yes, this is so. This is going to come to pass. And it's not of this world. It's supernatural, and it comes directly from the Holy Spirit. And it's something that's quite needed in the world today. With as negative as things are, it's good to get the feeling when you pray that you know that God heard you and he will answer you. So that's what faith is. Faith is believing for something that you don't yet see. But it's a substance. In other words, it's so real to you that it's concrete. And it's strong. I'll give you just a quick example. I took 7 years to birth my son. All right? I had a boy, I had a girl, and then I had another son. God spoke to me 7 years earlier that I was going to have another son, and he gave me his personality, showed me all these things about him. But nothing happened. I waited and waited and waited, and nothing happened for years and years. And I became quite upset about it, because I knew in here that this was going to happen in my life. But my mind kept telling me, no, you're getting old, it's not going to happen. You know, and I kept getting attacked from outward pressures. Family members told me, what are you, crazy at your age? Why would you want to have another baby? And just all these crazy things kept coming at me. But I had a connection in here with what I knew God told me, and I had a desire to have another child. And it was a desire that I didn't have years before. It was a moment in time when I was praying, and all of a sudden it was like it came into my spirit being, my soul. And it was like God planted it in me, this revelation that I was going to have this son. So I waited for 7 years, as patient as I could, because I lost my patience in it. Got very frustrated with God, but I couldn't let go of it, because I had this faith, this belief that this was going to happen. And sure enough, it did. It took 7 years, but it came to pass, and my son was born. And that's a whole story in itself. But that's faith. Faith is knowing something surely is coming to pass. And everything else might come against it, but you know that it's going to happen because God spoke it to you. And nobody else might know it but you. But it will surely come to pass if it's spoken to you by God. Not your own emotions, not your own desires, and not your own feelings. It has to be directly from God. And that's how faith is. Faith is believing for something you don't yet see. And that's the fruit of faith. And it's really, it's a good one to have. So, that's it for faith. I'm Lois Vogel-Sharp. You can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on kingofgloryonline.org. I'm putting all these fruits out there. I haven't done them all yet. I'm going to have them on the website. And I'm just going to put them out there. They're quick, short, to the point. And hopefully you'll connect with them and get a lift up for the day and send them out. They're short. They're to the point. It'll show somebody what the fruits of the Spirit are. So have a great day.